What's up guys, this is Ashish here and you are watching TechnoTips ASP.NET MVC tutorial. So this is part 60 of this video series and part 7 for repository pattern. Here I'm going to demonstrate about how can you perform add edit operation using repository pattern. So before proceeding with this video, please make sure to watch my previous tutorial for repository pattern. Alright, so let's get started. So in the previous tutorial we have created these layers like business layer, data access layer and domain layer. In the data access layer we have added the generic repository that has these methods like get all, insert, update, delete, exist. Okay, in part 59 we perform the retrieve operation by using this get all method. Okay, and now it's time to use this insert and update method. Alright, so here you can see the output that we created in part 59. Here I have displayed the name of employee with his department name and address. And if you want to check out the database, then this is my employee table that has employee ID, name, department ID, address and his deleted column, and the department ID referencing to the department table. That is, here you can see we have the IT, QA, development and marketing department, and that's the same output you can see here. Alright, so in this tutorial I'm not going to create any form for inserting or updating data. Instead of that, for saving my time, I'll just put some hard-coded values into my controller and we'll utilize the repository methods. Alright, so if you want to create a UI for performing add edit operation, you can go and watch part 20 for this. There I have put all code for performing add edit operation using partial view, jQuery and bootstrap model. You can also watch part 49 for this. There I have performed the CRUD operation with extra functionality like searching and pagination. Here you can see you can add new record, you can edit record, you can search for anything, you can perform the pagination, and this is the code. Alright, so if you want to check out the demo, I already have created. So when you click on this button, you can add new record, you can select department and you can add record. Alright, and if you want to perform edit operation, here you can see this department, you can update this record, you can perform the searching and you can do the pagination. Alright, so here you can see the last record is Krish. Let's check out the database, and this is my last record, that is 18th record. Okay, so let's fulfill our today's objective. Now let's create a simple method here like public that's gonna return string and add edit employee. Alright, and then you're going to create the instance of your employee view model here. Employee view model VM equal to new employee view model. You should be expecting it into the parameter, because when you are going to perform add edit operation you will receive this model value from the form. Alright, so here let's suppose the form data has the employee name, that has name equal to Laura, and the VM dot department ID you have passed like 2, and VM dot address equal to India. Okay, so this is the basic record that you have received from your form that you have submitted. And here I'm going to create an instance of my employee, not employee view model, employee domain model. employee domain model, emp domain model equal to new employee domain model. Alright, so here I'm going to use automapper. If you don't know how this automapper going to work, you can watch part 52 for this. So here you can copy all your form data into the employee domain model so that our business layer can communicate with. Okay, and then you can call your business method. Let's say emp business you have created, emp business dot, we'll create one method. Right now it has only one method, that is get all employee. We will create add edit employee or add update employee. You can give any useful meaningful name, and you can pass your domain model to your business layer. Okay, we'll create this add edit update employee into your business interface, like the employee business you have created. So go to this and create this method, and it is going to retrieve employee domain model as a parameter. Okay, so employee domain model as a parameter emp. Alright, and here it's going to return a string value. Now go to your employee business concrete class, which is implementing this interface, and just implement your last method. So this is your add update employee. Okay, so here you will receive your data from your form, and there you need to create, first you need to check out the ID, whether the ID is greater, employee ID is greater than 0 or not, so that we can check out whether this employee is existing or not. Okay, so if emp dot employee ID is greater than 0, means employee already exists, so we will perform the edit operation. So here is my employee repository dot we have get all method. Get all x implies x dot is deleted, or x dot employee ID equal to employee dot employee ID, because we will receive some employee. Okay, get all, or instead of get all you can simply use singular default. Okay, where x implies that x dot employee ID equal to this. Okay, so here you will get the particular employee record, so just keep that in employee class, that is emp from database, empdb, you can use it, and just check out if it is null or not. If empdb is not equal to null, then you can perform the update operation over it. Employee db dot, what would be your name? Name will be emp dot name, or you can simply emp model just rename it. Okay, so emp model, and for empdb we'll call employee. Okay, so employee dot department ID will be equal to employee model dot department ID. Alright, similarly you can use employee emp dot the address should be equal to emp model, whatever you receive into your model, dot address. Alright, that's it. And now you will use the employee repository. So employee emp repository dot update method is there, you can use that. Dot update and pass the employee inside that. Okay, that's it. And your updated model, if you want to retrieve here, you can get string result. Result is nothing. You can just set result equal to updated. Okay, and g string, and then if employee ID is greater than 0 and else, okay, else we will insert record. So let's copy this one, and we will create a new employee emp equal to new employee. Alright, and emp dot name should be this, department ID should be this, address. Okay, and emp has, you know, one more column, that is deleted, equal to false. Okay, and then we will call employee repository dot insert method and pass this employee. We're ready to go, and here you can perform result equal to successfully. You can insert, display this method, insert it. Okay, and finally you're going to return this result. Return this result, control KD. Alright, so if you want to check out the output, so you can use var record, the inserted record you can check, equal to this. Okay, so your add update employee method is ready. And now go back to repo controller, and here we call this method. So result equal to string result equal to empty. Copy that and return this result. Okay, so here we are not passing any ID, so it will insert the data. If we pass the ID, it will update the data. Okay, so let's call this method in the index, and and just store data and var result, you can see equal to our string result, as you know, the return type, and just control X and paste on the top. Okay, so on loading, I'm just calling this add edit employee method, where I'm just passing the hard-coded value, that is name, department ID, name and address, and then I'm calling this employee add updated employee method, which is in my business layer. Okay, now let's put a breakpoint here and let's call this method. Let's check out what's happening here. Alright, so here our method has been called by this index method. So function f10. So this is my form data. Okay, and here is my employee domain model. Using AutoMapper, I have got all data into my domain model. So here you can see India 2, name is Laura, department name is null, and employee ID is 0. Okay, now function f10, I'm just calling this method. So in my employee business class, here you can see I have retrieved India to the same, and function f10, here you can see the ID is not greater than 0. It means ID is 0, so it will perform the insert operation. So I will just create a new employee object. Here you can see, and it has address, department ID, employee ID 0 is deleted false. Okay, and this will insert record, function f10. Okay, so here you can see var result. So the newly inserted record has got the employee ID as 2014. Okay, and is deleted is false, name is Laura, and address is India. Okay, and I'll return inserted, function f10. Okay, now check out the database, and the last record was my Krish. Execute it, and on the top, on the last record will be Laura, India. Now here the same output you will get on the here, Laura QA India. Now let's check out the how can you perform edit operation. Okay, so stop it. Let's suppose from the UI you have just passed the employee ID as 2014 with these record updated. Let's say check out the name and the department name you have updated. So we will update the address, let's say Australia. Okay, and we have changed the department name, that is 6, and we have passed the department ID. For if we are performing the edit operation, then we must pass the employee ID. Employee ID would be equal to, let's say, what is the employee ID? That is 2014. Okay, and the name would be the same, Laura, and the department would be 6. Is it? No, because we have only development 3. I'll just assign the 3. Okay, now let's run this project and let's check out. So right now the Laura belongs to the quality and assurance department, and the address is India. Now we have updated the record for the Laura. You can see now function f10. Okay, so we have passed, and now continue this. So here you go, you have received the employee ID, department name is null but department ID is 3. Okay, function F10, employee ID is greater than 0. You can check for record whether it is existing or not. So here you got the result, employee. So employee ID is 2, 2014, and department ID is 2, and name is Laura. Function F10, go and update. So result updated. Okay, now on the controller we can go here and put the breakpoint here after it is calling this list. Okay, now continue. So the result is updated. Okay, now continue this, and in the database here you can see the Laura belongs to the department 2. The department 2 is, that is quality assurance. Now Laura will belong to the development department. Alright, now let's execute it. Let's check out, sorry, execute, and here you can see Laura department is 3 and Australia, and in the view you will see Laura belongs to the development department and Australia. Okay, so in this way you can perform add operation using repository method or repository pattern. Alright, so we have generic repository methods. You can go and watch my previous tutorial to find how many repository pattern that repository method that I have explained in previous tutorial. Let's say there we have here, you can see in the repository layer we have infrastructure, and so for go to the base repository, here you can see we have get all method, insert, update all. We can delete the record, we can check if this record existing or not. Okay, so generally we don't delete any record from the database, so that we have taken extra column for this. See, if we want to delete the record, then we need to make it as 1. Alright, and we will retrieve all the record that has is deleted column as false. So I hope you understood this concept. How can we perform the add operation using generic repository methods? Okay, so you have your employee repository defined here on the top, and you can perform any operation on this. You can get all the employee, you can get single employee, you can update employee, you can insert employee. So these are the basic concept. You can go ahead, and soon I will upload this project on the Google Drive so that you guys can download that and get the benefit. Share this video among your friends and help them too, and if you have not subscribed this channel, then please do subscribe. Alright, thank you very much, have a great day.